Alright guys, here we are with episode 4 on our hunt for curios. Let's see which goes first. I either go mad, broke, or we find a curio. Likely one of the former before the latter. Let's get these packs out of here, and then we'll get to ripping, and you guys can enjoy the mostly ASMR. It's weird, it looks like there might be an extra pack there. I doubt it, but you never know. Nope, it's 12. Suppose there could be less here. Oh, there's 12. Okay. Alright, let's get into it. I'm going to start trying to go a little bit faster here, as the first couple videos took quite a while. The issue is that we don't know all the curios. Only 5 have been discovered so far. I will not spoil them for you. So if you're interested, you can find those either on Discord, Facebook, or give Mike a little shout out here at the Collector Art House. The hard ones to find are going to be the ordinaries, obviously. Quite a bit easier, as they'll stand out through rarity or just alternate art. You know. Alright, we're starting off with the same foil as the last box, if I remember correctly. We'll show it to you though real quick, just in case you haven't seen it. They did a really good job with the masking. The foils are top quality. Card quality is a little different in this set. They feel a lot more like the dust rewards, or at least the most recent ones. Cardstock seems thinner. Card seems sturdy, but flimsier than before. Not quite sure how to describe it. They don't feel bad, just different. I like it. It feels sleeker, smoother. Card quality is definitely improved. I think we nailed some of those things down over the past couple of years. The art coloring is really good now. I think they got that nailed down. My camera doesn't exactly do it justice. It looks a little faded in the picture, but in person it looked nice and vibrant. Lots of different things going on. We are hunting for curios, which is probably not the smartest goal to set, but fun nonetheless. Archangel Gabriel, this is the first time I've seen this. Although this is episode 4, I have opened a couple extra boxes aside from that. Kind of what sparked this series is I opened a box and all the all of the elites were replaced with exceptionals. So instead of 3, it was 4. Still got the uniques, still got the foils, but I haven't heard or seen anyone else have that issue. But you know, things happen. Not a big deal. What is this? I think we just opened a God pack. Oh, we certainly did. Well, that's kind of neat. The God packs, if you're unaware, are all foil. But from my understanding, aside from being all foil, there is nothing else special about them. I don't know if they have a possibility of containing multiple uniques or no uniques or a higher chance of curios. To my knowledge, I've only seen one other, and it had one unique, 2 elites, and then a mix of exceptionals and ordinaries. But as you can see here from the first, it's an ordinary site on the front. So it's not like you get 3 exceptionals, you know, it's totally different ordering in the packs. But let's take a look and see what we get here. We got 2 ordinaries, a unique Archangel Michael, okay. We got Croaking Swamp, shout out Frogman Dan. So that's 3 ordinaries, 1 unique so far. We got an elite, another ordinary, another ordinary. We got an exceptional, another elite, another ordinary, exceptional. Ooh, and the blasphemy, which I should have known by the back. So check that out. We got 2 uniques. Man, look at that. The masking is so good on these. That is pretty cool, man. With as hard as it is to acquire foils in this game, having the God Pack just be randomly all foils is pretty neat. I don't know that there's anything else. I mean, any of these ordinaries, well, not any of them, obviously, but it could be that there's like alternate art curios. That is pretty neat. I will have to find a way to share this as a short. So we got 3 exceptionals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ordinaries. We got 2 elites. Sawbones. I want to see what's on the bottom. Ooh. That might not be made for TV. Then we got the 2 uniques as well. Okay. So far in this case, we had only pulled 1 unique foil. I suppose this God Pack helps that ratio a little bit. So now we're 3 into our 5th box. Let's see what else this box has in store. Meat hook. Interesting. That is pretty cool, man. Mosh Troll. There has got to be a Curio of this. It just wouldn't be sorcery if there wasn't. How neat was that, guys? We just hit a God Pack. I've only seen one. I'm sure there's been more than one found. I think a few people have opened them so far. Thing in the Ice. It's a little homage to MTG, or maybe MTG got it from somewhere, but that's where I'm familiar with it from. That's kind of cool looking. There's so many commons, or sorry, ordinaries I still haven't even seen yet. I also wonder, do you think there's any God Packs out there that are all uniques? Wouldn't that be something? You get a pack with nothing but uniques in it? Unique foils, even. I mean, it feels kind of cool just to get 2. All right, we got the Rat King here. question is, will we still get our typical number of foils? It seems to be on average around 7 or 8. This is a cool art. I'm a big fan of that art. I'd love to have that in foil. That looks like a foil exceptional. Wow, look at that. That is pretty cool. The masking is so good, man. They did a great job. Absolutely great job. Falling star. How cool would it be to hit the God Pack and a Curio at the same time and end our series in the first case? I know that sounds a little greedy, but I just think it would be a cool story. And I'm going to open more even if we accomplish that goal and hunt down the Curio this early. Okay. I love this art. It reminds me of EverQuest. Don't know why, because the EverQuest art is quite different, but it just reminds me of that. Nice little unique though. Little froggies there. Rasputin. We are halfway through. 12 minutes in, we're gonna have to go a little faster. I slowed down quite significantly with the God Pack there, but can't complain about that, right? You know, the real troll is that they've done the Curios with the trolls. Now we're gonna troll ourselves for the rest of our lives, checking every single troll. Joke's on us. Maybe that is the troll after all. There you go, and at least Sacred Stag. Okay, leave foil there. There have been some people finding 2 foils in a pack. It seems to have come from a specific bunch of boxes, but I don't know if that's just a rumor currently, so I won't spread it. Okay. The other card I'm really hoping to find in foil is the Ether Core, as its art is relevant to my name on Discord and has been my name in gaming and just online for many ages. Many years. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. I haven't seen that yet. That probably really pops in a foil quite nicely. Doot. is this card? That's kind of cool. Shuts down aggro pretty hard. I don't know that you would ever actually play the card, but interesting concept. I guess it depends on how prominent aggro is in the meta. We got a foil coming up here. Looks like a sight. It is the Base of Babel. Exceptional. Okay. These videos are a little long to start here because I'm not really familiar with most of the cards, as I don't really think anyone is this early on, as release was technically today, even though quite a few people got their stuff early. I've seen things in other places. I do think it's cool that they added so many new, throwing cards around, so many new avatars. I think that allows for a lot of variance, a lot of variation in the deck building process. Little sister action. We got a foil site here again. Ghost Town, exceptional. Okay. Foil uniques, small sample size, but I've talked to a few other people and they rip a lot of boxes. They seem quite difficult to pull. Although that being said, others I have talked to have, seemed to be averaging one per box. So that's somewhat uncommon from the number of people that I've spoken to. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't want to give away any hints. Looks like we got a foil here. Ordinary Trial by Fire. And, at the end we will review the hits of the fires and stuff again. If I am going a little bit quick here, I want to not go past 20 minutes if I can avoid it for the video, which we're getting pretty close to right now. Ooh, look at this guy. I haven't seen this before. Sweetest the Evictor. 3 for 2 Void Walk. When he enters the void, kills all enemies there. Interesting. We have 2 packs left. 1 minute till 20 minutes. Okay, an elite here. Nothing else there. And let's see, last pack magic. Oh, little avatar. Little gift to send us off there. Moss Troll. Eric's trolling me. Alright, so let's do a little recap here. We got our foils. We only hit 6 foils this time, unless I missed one, which is certainly possible. 6 foils in the packs. Well, maybe it would have been 7, but the God pack. There's our uniques. And then, of course, our God pack. pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. That is just awesome art. Ian Miller's great. I love his work. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed that. Catch you later.